Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So the new Series 3 tarots are out. These are the effects, but we'll go through them in more detail here. So I'm looking at this guide from who we know as Icy Fun, Super Mew on TapTap, and he does a really thorough analysis on these tarots. So let's have a look at each of them. So the Scythe one, Whisper of Death. The skill effect, so this is the basic skill effect, is piercing damage increased by 8%. And this is the special substat. It needs to be rainbow. You need to RNG for it. Piercing damage increased by additional 5%. And when attacking an enemy in dying state, piercing increased by additional 5. So 13 to 18%. Really, really solid. So suitable for characters that specialize in direct piercing damage, such as Vanguard, Pierce How. So who they mean by here, they're talking about Ray Shot, because he does have like piercing damage in his kit here. And Shaklulu, where is she? We got Agatha, Paris, Pavari, and Afra. And equipment that causes penetrating piercing damage. So what they're talking about is the Arm Guard, and we have the Roaring Flint here. Star Raid Crossbow. Let me jump to that. It's this one, Star Raid Crossbow, deal piercing damage, and we also got the Bone Spear. The Bone Spear is this one, Skeleton Spear, which does piercing damage as well. So they can all enjoy the bonus of the Death Tarot. Indirect piercing damage, such as DOT, damage caused by knockback, or fall damage, environmental damage by interaction triggers. They cannot enjoy the piercing damage bonus. Tristan's Pin Demolition cannot get the bonus. Kia's Reversal Treatment. Kavari's List can enjoy it. Okay. And they went through the formula. So, yeah, piercing damage isn't really affected by any of those our usual buffs and debuffs. And what they're saying here is a 1% in piercing damage is like a total 1% increase in final damage there. So really, really strong. So yeah, 13% when dying, 18%. And they're comparing it to the Devil Tarot. So when two units are killed, you get 12% from the Devil Tarot, and 18% when 3 units are defeated, maximum of 30%. So 2 units are defeated to bring the benefits similar to the Death Tarot. And then, is that right? I'll do some testing to compare these differences. But yeah, he's saying that they can only be used, the Death Tarot can only be used in some specific situations and has medium strength. When there's only one boss on the field, can't stack the Devil Tarot. Piercing damage that needs to be increased and is not calculated on the attacker's attack or defense, but it calculated entirely or partially based on HP points, such as Arm Guard, Roaring Flint, Agatha's trait, Kia's trait, Karis, Punishment of All Sins. The piercing damage that needs to be increased is not DOT. Yeah, because there's a DOT Tarot. Okay. I mean, this is... I think Devil is kind of... Death is kind of like situational, right? Okay, so I get what he means. So the Hangman one, right? This is the DOT one. Continuous damage increased by 8%. And then we've got the special effect increased by additional 6%. When players healthy, DOT is increased by additional 6. So to push it all the way to 20. Nice. So suitable for characters whose speciality is to deal continuous damage. Oh, they're calling the Luxite gang. Oh man, Luxite gang. And then we got No Will, like the infections ones. No Will, Lily Will, Jack Lulu, Coco with her mushroom, Momo, Iggy, Kia, inflict the infection effect. Anyone who does burn, like Beryl, Miguel, Livata, and and then like they have the ignite, right? Kavare, Livata, Luffy, Nydia, who can inflict ignite, frostbite, or other types of life loss. So special type of piercing damage, applying a debuff, and yeah, infection does stack exponentially there. Damage will be settled according to their current state. There's also like the lovers who also reduce the damage and everything. We'll go into lovers later. Yeah, infections done by the last caster. Burn. I mean, we got the Nirvana as well, which can do like the burning tile and everything, which is cool. Carrying the hangman target can use a some burn do not apply directly, but create a burning terrain, which indirectly causes the target to burn. In this case, the continuous damage cannot be used to increase the damage. Ooh, okay. And they're talking about like ever burning blade. So then Nirvana doesn't actually apply there. The only skills that can directly apply to DOT, if you're just doing like burning terrain and they run over it, it doesn't increase it. That makes sense. DOT damage increase is more generous, almost providing 20% continuous damage increase. So 5-star Convallaria with the raid skill and the wither. Roster on the target releases the ultimate, which can cause 40%, 100% penetration, piercing damage increase, 60 plus 60, 120 damage of life loss. Oh, okay, went through the calculations. So if he did the Death Tarot, the one before, final damage is like 207%. If he carries the Hangman and triggers the damage increase, is 124. If he carries the Devil and stacks M layers. Oh, okay. They're going to algebra. So that's the lowest stack of Devil. 5th stack of Devil is the highest. But 4th stack of Devil is the same as Hangman. Okay. So if you have 4 stacks of Devil, what would that be? That's the 24%, right? Above average, stronger than the Death. Compared with the Devil, there's a high chance to stack up to 4, right? 4 stacks or above. So 4 stacks is 24%. 5th stack is that 30% max. That's assuming if you have the special stat on Devil as well. There's no chance to there's no chance to stack up the Devil layers. So Hangman's better if you don't have not able to stack that up. And continuous damage that needs to be increased is not linked to attack power such as infection and burn. Then Hangman is a better choice. Okay, I mean then that means Luxite gang and the infection gang have like a big buff, right? And now the third one, guidance from the stars. This is an interesting one. Increases shield value generated by 8%, and then the special stat, shield value is increased by additional 8%. The shield value obtained from oneself is increased by 8%. Wow. What? So like a total of like 24%. Darklight Mage, Nurgle, Eden, Gloria has a shield, Simona, Karis, Vivia, Fallon, Estra. You can cast a shield on himself. Or any character that has the Shield of Justice or the Luxite Great Shield. And there's also the Wild Seasoning Bottle, signature weapon of signature trinket of Fallon has when the shield value increasing effects are superimposed, the calculation is relatively complicated. Oh, wow. Let's not go too much into the math here. But yeah, multiplied, addictive. Okay. So it can be compared to the Hermit. The Hermit can provide 20%. Star Tarot can increase the shield by 16 to others and yourself by 24. So it's about roughly the same, is it? The Vantage could also reflect the damage reduction without obtaining the shield. Yeah, so Hermit's selfish. Star Tarot, it's good for assisting others. Okay, so if you're just talking about the floor 7 of Tower Adversity, they'll bring like SP Samantha with Hermit, and then Farland to give her the physical shield. So it's a bit like saying like Simona giving your allies shields, but Farland's a healer type, right? But if you're doing that to survive, then SP Samantha's DPS will drop a lot. So if you have Farland bring the Star Tarot, as SP Samantha continues to bring Magician, you'll not. SP Samantha's DPS will increase, and Star Taro's also will buff up and increase the survivability. So that's like the equivalent, right? And it's the same effect as like SP Samantha and bring Hermit there. Like 2 for the price of 1 sort of thing. That's pretty good. And then Lover's Intimacy. So reduce piercing damage by 8%. At the start of the action, dispel 1 DOT. On Dispel. Yeah, that's going to be really good. And then the special stat, reduce piercing by additional 8%. Dispel an additional continuous damage from yourself. Any character can use it. Yeah. Blocking, piercing, or DOT. Multiplication. Intuitive damage reduction is low. A few means to reduce piercing damage and dispelling 2 dots. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think like Hangman and the Stars, like the Stars, it's a more defensive one. We're not really that into defensive towers, but they do come in handy. But I think Hangman's probably the best one, right? And then like Intimacy. All right, let's vote for Hangman. And yeah, we can see in the Tarot stage, we can farm the Fool's, Hierophant, and Source of Strength, and then the 4 new Tarots here. So also all the way up to stage 9. So another few more stages for us to beat when this does come out in global. And yeah, we can finally farm these Tarots. They're going to do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then like Tuesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then all of them open on Sunday. So instead of farming our usual, we'll be farming like these 2 sets, yeah. And since the event is up, they've like giving out like a few more like tarot bonuses, like get like Series 2, Series 1, Series 3, and like Series 3 tarots there. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Piercing damage long been hopeless. Only adds a little bit. Feels like a good dirty water flow. If damage is calculated like Convallaria. Basic effects back and forth. They have like they're countering each other, right? Hard testing learned. Very detailed. Alright, so let's leave it there. So these are the new tarots that we get, and yeah, very exciting. I'll see you guys next time.